Hey guys, do you know that help is on the way? Because today we have the skill release for the 2 new units that are coming to save you from Rengokutsu Inferno. So let's take a look at the new female SSR that is going to be dropped in the game potentially next week. And let's see how strong she is.
10分だけ時間を取りましょう。それ以上は無理です。
Ninfoniel is a versatile support anime.
First, very good design. Like overall, I really like the design because it has the right amount of attractiveness and still very much well designed with the dress and everything and the hair and the accessory and all that good stuff. And she even has her own personal shell with her.
Ninfoniel grants all allies increased attack, immunity, and a special shield,
Ooh.
Rhyme Bloom, that further enhances attack. Her skill 2 can equalize all allies' HP.
Wait, all I can think of right now is she's the mother of dragon. Like, you know the meme on TikTok?
Her skill 2 can equalize all allies' HP and provides healing. She significantly boosts the team's survivability while increasing DPS Animus attack power, giving her a unique advantage in high difficulty stages. Skill 1 deals damage to a single enemy with the chance to apply increased resistance for 2 turns. Skill 2 redistributes all allies' HP evenly, then heals the entire party. Ultimate skill applies increased attack for 2 turns, Rhyme Bloom for 2 turns, and immunity for 1 turn to all allies. Effects on the primary target would last 1 additional turn. Rhyme Bloom is a special shield that can absorb damage equal to its value and increases attack while active.
時間がないので本題に入りましょう。
Is she talking about my YouTube video? Is this what every player expect from Etheria Restart? But anyway, all right, let's take a look at the skill. So her skill 1, okay, they kind of repeat themselves. It's kind of weird. So the skill 1 will attack the enemy and increase resistance, I guess, for herself only. That's the thing, because there are other characters that can increase self-accuracy, like RC77. So maybe she can apply, a chance to apply, resistance up for 2 turns for herself. I gotta say, this gotta be one of the most useless skill. I don't get it. If she is an attack buffer, then she's supposed to be there to make your run faster, and because the faster you kill, the more successful you are beating the boss in this game. Not there to stick around. So the rest buff, I don't know, man. Even at the highest level of PvP, where the Bruiser player are building their Linglo and their Sania with a 300% res kind of build, and they are still very disappointed with resistance in the game, because you can never really truly resist a debuff, no matter how much resist you have. So this is just, I don't know, very useless. And she has no unique passive. There's some SSR in the game that don't have unique passive because maybe their kit is really strong, for example, like Bayontin, that kind of thing. But most of the SSR have like a unique passive, but she doesn't have a unique passive mentioned in the video. So the skill 1 is kind of cheeks in a way, I would say. Not a fan of skill 1. Skill 2
redistributes all allies' HP evenly, then heals the entire party. Ultimate skill applies increased attack.
So that is similar to like the what do you call that, Valerian skill 3 that redistribute and protect the teammates with the thing, with the anti-death kind of mechanic. She will evenly distribute the allies' HP and she will heal them. So there's an extra heal on top of the redistribution. So this is okay, I would say. Not like mind-blowing. Like she's like an AoE heal skill in a way, right? If someone took a lot of damage and almost died, that is where you heal that unit by a lot. But if you take like AoE damage, then this is more like a soft AoE healing skill. There's no extra effect on that. There's no cleansing. There's no immunity. There's no turn meter boost. There's none of that. So it's like a different kind of Valerian in a way, but without a cheat death, but with a bit more healing. Okay.
Ultimate skill applies increased attack for 2 turns, Rhyme Bloom for 2 turns, and immunity for 1 turn to all allies. Effects on the primary target would last 1 additional turn.
So now this skill, I think, is the one that will help people clear dungeon faster because she apply attack buff, right? And she apply immunity. So let's say she's built very fast on your team. She got 128 base speed or whatever. She can turn one buff attack and immunity, and the primary target of her buff, and in this game usually the buffer will target the target with the highest attack, so your DPS will get a 2-turn attack buff and 2-turn immunity. And she also has like a special shield that further increase your attack, and that's gonna allow your Ditting, your Lilium, your Yelly to absolutely slap the shit out of the boss with big damage. So you might want to pair her with like Dinah so that you can do like insane amount of damage immediately. The shield, we don't know what kind of scaling that it has. Like, does it scale with her HP or attack or resist, or what is the shield going to scale with? It's going to decide the build for her module on the right hand side. But it's going to be a special shield. I hope it's going to be big because the shield will give you more attack power. Because if you lose the shield, you also lose the extra damage buff. Very similar to Hellkit, where the shield decides the immunity duration.
Damage equal to its value and increases attack while active.
時間がないので本題
So she's gonna be like ice user, but we don't know. I guess it's gonna be a blue color character. So she's gonna buff your team with attack power, immunity. So in Wrangle, for example, because they specifically said that it's gonna help you with Wrangle, you have fast support unit, but your DPS usually very slow. And if the boss has the right element against your DPS, then it will push back the DPS turn meter and maybe just one-shot it. So she will allow you to survive that hit potentially with the shield that she will bring to the table. And she buff your DPS, your Ditting, your Lilium attack power a lot so that you can kill Wrangle faster, because that is one way to reduce the RNG in this game, is to win the fight as quickly as possible in every single dungeon. The longer you stay, the worse it will become, especially for Wrangle Kutsu. So she will AoE heal you when you need her to. And she will, it's kind of funny that she has a shell that is a white dragon right there, but she will heal you, attack buff you, so she will make you kill the thing faster while keeping you alive. I'm not sure about the skill one though, that's kind of weird. I don't like that a lot. Maybe the skill one can freeze. I don't know, she's holding a fucking ice shard floating around. Why can't she freeze the enemy? But I feel like
Damage to a single enemy with the chance to apply
that not freezing, like, really? That effect right there doesn't freeze the enemy. It's mind-blowing to me. So hopefully she's gonna be usable without Latisse investment, but I still think that you're gonna 6-star her for the speed alone so that she can be fast and she can apply the immunity quicker. And this kit seems like it's gonna be PvP friendly for like a strong cleave comp, because when you're fighting Bruiser, they might not draft an AoE strip, for example. Then you have AoE immunity, and then they cannot touch your damage dealer. If your damage dealer is on a lot of silence, for example, you can have reduced damage as well, so you can survive even better against the enemy. So maybe she can be PvP good as well, because, you know, you need this kind of unit for aggressive calm, and that could be pretty amazing. And she has a heal, so that's already great. But you gotta use attack type monster with her, and she doesn't boost turn meter at all, so you might still be shit to like Viper and Holden. They can both take away your Rhyme Bloom and attack buff and immunity, whatever, but she brings 3 buff, okay? So maybe one of the buff, and if you're on a lot of silence, you have 4 buff, so you can survive the strip of Viper and Holden. If you have a Linglo to give you more buff, for example, if you steal a Linglo from the enemy, then you can survive the strip of Viper and Holden a bit easier, so that your damage dealer can actually do damage to the enemy. Anyway, that is NIFONNIEL, the female support character. Now, let's get to the other character as well. Next up, we have the little bro, who didn't really show his face a whole lot in the trailer, so let's see what he's all about.
Batsby is a high-output damage dealer whose effectiveness scales with the number of debuffs on enemies. His passive increases damage based on the types of debuffs afflicting targets, while his ultimate applies group vulnerability and grants massive strike prep increase on critical hits. Paired with his skill 2, which extends debuff durations on crit, he can unleash devastating group damage in quick succession. Synergizes exceptionally well with all allies who apply multiple debuffs. Skill 1 deals damage to a single enemy with a chance to inflict anti-heal. Exclusive passive: for each unique debuff on the target, Batsby's damage dealt increases. Skill 2 deals damage to all enemies. Critical hits extend the duration of existing debuffs by 1 turn. Ultimate deals AoE damage and applies vulnerability for 2 turns. Each critical hit on an enemy grants Batsby a strike prep increase.
今年こそ最優秀社員を目指すって決めたんだ。だからチェリーさんに減点されるわけにはいかないってわけ。
Every sponsored Etheria CC trying to save the game. All right, here we go, guys. Batsby, who's going to be a damage dealer to scale debuff, so he has built-in momentum, right? Something like that. And he's a fishman, something like that. Aquaman kind of thing right there. They're both blue color, but in this game, you never know what kind of element they truly belong to. We call them fire, wind, water because we're so used to like the Pokemon style element. But here they call it some weird ass name and they slap the most random element on a random character with a different color scheme. But here we go, guys. They kind of repeat themselves a little bit. But let's see here. We got skill 1, deal damage to a single enemy.
Damage to a single enemy with a chance to inflict anti-heal.
So that is a debuff that will be good in PvP against the Bruiser meta. I'm not sure if there's any boss that heal a lot. I mean, except for like one of those 2 one-time bosses. But I don't think any farming stages dungeon has healing whatsoever as their core mechanic. So that debuff is not very, very important. I don't know, but maybe there'll be event stages in the future, event that require you to play the game, and anti-heal is going to be more relevant in there. But I think the debuff is not exactly insane for PvE, but that is a PvP debuff right now. That's pretty good.
Heal. Exclusive passive for each unit.
Kind of funny that they still sneak in the Lilium. Really? Do you need to do that?
Unique debuff on the target, Batsby's damage dealt increases. Skill 2, deal.
So that is the momentum in build for him right there. More debuff, more damage. It's pretty straightforward. So that right there is where they try to make him very good for PvE because the most popular unit that they just sell recently is Claws in the Wishbiter event. 3-4 debuff easily, immediately on the target right off the bat. So this guy get a lot of damage increase. But the skill 2, man, this skill is pretty crazy.
Skill 2 deals damage to all enemies. Critical hits extend the duration of existing debuffs by 1 turn. Ultimate.
So he has momentum in build and he's a fucking Dark Moon shell. Okay? Extend debuff. But in this case, because he's an actual character, Dark Moon cannot extend dot and CC. Maybe he can. And if that is true, oh my god. He just complete the CC team that I've been loving. Because I can put dot and stun on the enemy with Oboe, but they get out of it so quickly. But this guy, if they can make stun 2 turn, oh my god. If you come from Summoner's War and you've watched me for a while, you know that I love my 2-turn stun. And that would be really, really crazy for the control team. 2-turn stun is insane. Stun block a lot of shell from being used properly, like a Gigabyte or the other kind of shell, right? So I really, really like this. And the anti-heal can also deal with the Tiamat situation as well, which I love Tiamat. I fucking hate Tiamat. I fight Tiamat all the time. So extending debuff and blocking Tiamat heal, right down my alley, right there. But you got to crit to extend debuff, though. That is kind of a problem. AoE damage, AoE extension. Oh my god. That's why I don't want to build RC77 because they extend on 1 target. Very good for bosses, but for PvP. This right here. Oh my goodness. I only have like 80 summon, man. Like, I have 0 Latisse as well. The female character better be usable without a single Latisse investment, okay? So that I can put all my investment into this fellow. so that I can strengthen my CC playstyle. Because this skill is one of my favorite skill-ish, like archetype in Summoner's War. Love it a whole lot. And he deal more damage according to debuff. So, you know, it just gotta make sense.
The duration of existing debuffs by 1 turn. Ultimate deals AoE damage and applies vulnerability for 2 turns. Each critical hit on an enemy.
I think it's kind of funny that he apply not defense break because they know that. Boy, you have claws, right? It's like one of those memes where, don't you guys have claws? You only have defense break. So he's going to apply vulnerability on top of the defense break so he can do damage. And the skill descriptions say each critical hit on an enemy, which means he will be doing multiple attack with that skill 3. And I think it's going to be AoE damage. And that is going to be pretty amazing so that he can apply his extra damage amplifier and then deal more damage after that.
Critical hit on an enemy grants Batsby a strike prep increase.
I wonder what kind of multi-hit is that?
It's Batsby a strike prep increase.
Like, it's really hard to tell. Is that a multi-hit thing? It looks like it was a single impact kind of frame right there. Oh, wait. Each hit, which means they count every single target as 1 hit. Oh, it's probably going to be like a 1 single hit kind of attack right there. So let's say each critical hit grants him 20% strike prep, turn meter, okay? Combat readiness, attack power, whatever. So he'll get like 20% per enemy getting crit on. So maybe this will give him like a full turn. I'm assuming, because usually that's the case in these kind of game. In PvE, you get like a full turn. In PvP, you get like 80%. Still very, very good. So imagine this is PvE and he gets 20% per critical hit. You have claws dropping the debuff on them. He will put vulnerability, do good damage, get a full turn-ish, extend all those debuff, and that's going to be pretty amazing. Yeah, that is going to be pretty amazing. So hopefully he's going to do a lot of damage, but he's an AoE damage dealer though. And Rango is, I mean, not really an AoE target for him. I feel like he's more of a unit that they're trying to sell you to do Doki Doki with. Maybe, okay? But I'm not sure if you guys have a lot of problem with Doki Doki at the moment. There's so many different kind of team, but he's going to be an extra one. And you can pair with Claws, pair with Nahor, that kind of thing, and you should have a lot of good time using him in those kind of AoE dungeon. But I feel like this can be a very good PvP unit because he will do damage according to debuff. I mean, very good PvP unit for the CC playstyle, okay? Maybe not for the Bruiser player. So this is going to allow me to have a lot of fun, potentially. I like that. I like that a lot. And I'm not sure if it's going to be a must pull. I feel like this guy is going to be like a pull if you love doing PvP kind of thing, okay? But the other unit might be a must pull because she might be like the one support that you really need over the long duration of the game cycle, because you need someone to buff your team. And when I do union battle, I already noticed that I don't have enough healers in my box. So having a healer to buff attack power is going to be great for the union battle personally as well, because in there, the robot behind the enemy team actually deal damage to you. You cannot perma CC and take the battle to 10 minutes and win without healing, because you will die to the robot behind the enemy defense line. So having a mini heal in the other female character is going to be great. Anyway, guys, that is my interpretation. What's the word for that? That's my understanding of the 2 new units so far. Really enjoy their kit and all that good stuff. But I would enjoy more fixed to the game as well. You know, the stuff that people are complaining about. Maybe a bit more about that. That'd be great. And not just always new unit and new money all the time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.